So emotional manipulation has a classic definition. The classic definition for emotional manipulation is that if I could make you feel guilty or ashamed somehow, some way, I will create emotional confusion in you, and you will not hold me accountable for my misdeeds. That's the classic definition of emotional manipulation. If I could make you feel guilty, you will fail to hold me accountable for my wrongdoings. Now, it sounds like a simple formula. Let me give a couple examples. And emotional manipulation is many times confronted by boundaries. So we're going to talk about manipulation versus boundaries for right now. And we're going to expand this a little bit as we go. But emotional manipulation example is a person who they're in the driveway and he gets mad at his wife and he slams the brakes. I didn't even leave the driveway. He slams the brakes down and her head slams against the dash a little bit. And he says to her, "You see how that feels? That's how you make me feel. You make me feel crazy by the things you say and the things you do. So I wanted you to know how it felt." And then she cried, and they go on their trip. And many times she can't get out of the car because they're driving fast or they're at a location where it's hard to get even an Uber. And so she is kind of in a situation where she's trapped in this vehicle. And this has happened many times in the past. And she stopped it all in one day, in one way, in 1 hour, in 1 minute. She stopped it from ever happening up ever again for the rest of her life. Hard to believe. Because she put up a boundary. We're taking 2 cars. What? What do you mean? We're going to Long Island. Or we're going for a trip. No, we're taking 2 cars. I'm not going to be in a car with you where you emotionally abuse me. We've been married. We raised 2 kids. You're still carrying on your ways. I'm not doing it. And so she stopped emotional manipulation of her and stopped being manipulated because he would make her feel so guilty and so ashamed that she wasn't strong enough to put up a boundary with him and hold him accountable. How does she make him accountable? Well, you don't have your wife with you in the car. You're not going to have your wife with you in the car. You're going to be accountable for your bad deeds. Well, she could make him do that. Sounds interesting. She can make him be accountable by not being in the car with him. And that's a boundary. So that's an example of how manipulation can be offset by boundaries.